Help support our coverage with a free account on Privacy, the service that keeps you protected when shopping online. Get $5 to try it now by using promo code QZZ2J. And with Blueberry, the community that gives creators the power to make money, get detailed audience measurements, and host their audio and video. Get a 30-day free trial by using promo code Blueberry004.
Friday, how are you?
I'm doing very well. How you doing?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Same here.
Finally, someone brought me something to eat. I've been doing this show now since 9 o'clock this morning. Nothing to eat. No one brings me cookies, nothing. So Fardy here has brought me some stuff. What do we got here?
And where's the milk, guys?
Hold on. Let me just put this up here. There you go.
All right.
Now I can hear you.
Very well.
What are we doing here? We're starting a grocery store. Here's Folgers in your cup. Okay.
So what this is a new type of household appliance.
Okay.
And what it does is it keeps track of inventory of your household goods. It's monitoring the inventory, and it does it by weight. Meaning it starts at, let's say this package right here.
Scott, we getting all this stuff here? Okay.
Very well. So this might start at 2 pounds, and as you use it, it might be any kind of a item. And as you use it, the weighted item is going down. So you set up your shelf when you first get it, and you tell your app what sensor this item is sitting on. And as the quantity is going down, the weight is going down. Your app at that point tells you it is time to go shopping. Purchase this item alone, or purchase the 5 items that you're running low on, or purchase the 5 items you're running low on, plus 5 more items that you'll be running low on next week.
Okay, so it doesn't necessarily know the name or the weight of the item. You're just putting this on, and it's at X amount of weight, which the app will determine.
That's correct. So what you do is you set up your app early on when you first get this item, and when you do so. All right, very good. So I'm going to show you here what this app looks like. So Fadi's going to show you that red means you are running out of an item, whereas green means you're doing very well on the item. Don't buy more of the green.
Okay. So a bunch of questions here. I don't even know where to start. If I buy Folgers all the time and it runs out, do I have to put Folgers back in again when I rebuy it?
No, not at all.
So I just call up. If I call it Folgers in the beginning, it's gonna
always be Folgers. You can also call it coffee. Maybe you don't care about it being Folgers. Maybe you like some other brand, or you don't care about the brand.
Okay, so it doesn't matter what it is. It just doesn't matter what the weight is. It knows what the weight is when you put it down, and you're subtracting X from minus X, and then bingo, it's time to reorder.
You got it 100%.
Okay, how do I know when I'm reordering? When it's at 10% left or 5%, or I can set that?
So it's set automatic at 25%. With the next version software, you can set it at a different percentage rate if you like.
Okay. Now, this is a shelf per se?
Yes.
Okay, so I have a pantry with long shelves, so I'd have to buy a number of these if I wanted to electronically do this.
You don't have to. I would love you to.
I know that.
All right.
I know that. Well, we'll talk after the show.
All right.
Now, what about the spacing of the items? I think this also forces you to keep things where they belong. Because if I go like this, we're going to have a problem.
That's right.
So it encourages you or forces you to keep things nice and neat.
You're absolutely correct. It helps you make your pantry a little more neat. In my pantry, if you don't mind, I'll take a minute and tell you. I discovered before I came here that we have 4 jars of open Nutella in the house. 4 jars, and they're all open. Imagine that. They're all over the place.
Fardy, you have kids?
I have 4 beautiful kids.
4 beautiful kids. Each one gets their own jar of Nutella?
I guess that's the way it worked.
Okay. All right, just asking.
It wasn't done by design, but
okay.
Yeah.
So what does one of these cost?
This particular unit starts at about $500 to $700. It's priced like an appliance. Okay, so appliances, obviously, any quality appliance is going to be well above $1,000.
These must come in different configurations.
So this is our first product. And our first product
is this available right now?
Thank you for asking. It is available. It is in production as we speak. Available at the end of this quarter. So
okay. All right. So let's go on. We're talking about the sizing of the
That's right.
shelves.
So it took us a while to decide on what the first. You start your. Creating a new product and marketing a new product, just like writing a novel. You start at chapter 1. You don't write the whole novel in the first chapter. So this is the first chapter in PantryOn's life. And we decided on a shelf that 80% of the buyers can use in their household, okay? And it turned out to be a 12-inch wide shelf. This is very, very common, and 28 inches long. And we've created another type of shelf, same exact size, but it's designed, if you can see those sensors, it is designed with long sensors. This way you can stack your cans.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick this up so the audience can see this, because you and I can see it, but they can't. So I'm gonna show you what this looks like here. These are, there we go.
They're stout.
Okay, so there's a photo of the actual sensors here, and they're like miniature scales, if you will, and they're automatically going to weigh each product that you have, and then once you start using them, it will subtract that quantity, and then when it gets to a certain point, 25% of the original weight, it's going to tell you, hey, you need more, in your case, you need a lot more Nutella.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. And this is a prototype, I'm assuming.
This is actually a beta version, and this particular unit here is actually a top liner, which enables you to remove it in case you have a spillage on it. You can remove it and replace it.
What powers this device?
This particular device uses an AC plug.
So I need power in my...
You need three things, I guess. You need power, you need Wi-Fi, and you need kids who do not eat a bottle of Nutella each. So that will help, very helpful to you.
All right, so do all pantries typically have electricity inside of them?
Many do, and it doesn't require a very powerful electricity, just the standard.
But you still have to get it there somehow.
Yeah, that's right. So any basic, but that's critical. The buyer of this unit will not be able to use it without power.
What happens how does it connect up through Wi-Fi?
Yes.
And because this is in a closet and the closet door is closed and usually in an isolated part of the house, how good is the connectivity?
Actually, substantially good. We have a refrigerator product, which we've tested in refrigerators as well, and the Wi-Fi is really, it goes through metal. So well, I'm really surprised that I really thought Wi-Fi was a problem in households, but with this
that's
unit,
why I'm asking.
Yeah, no, you're right, but it's not a problem here.
What happens if the power goes out?
When the power goes out, the unit actually goes into a different mode. That's a technical issue, and it no longer updates data. It actually preserves the data in a memory situation.
So if the power, let me ask you this: so if the power goes out, and then the power comes back on 20 minutes later, or whatever, it's still going to know that I still got 50% of this item. It's going to pick up where it left off.
Correct, because all of that is written in hard memory.
Okay.
Yep.
So if the power goes off for a day and my kids come in and raid the Nutella again, it's going to come back up, take a reading, and say, "Whoa, this needs to be updated. This one, someone's chowing down on the Nutella when the power was off."
That's right. Technically, it's updating, but it's not sending data to the cloud. Yeah. It's keeping a memory, saving the memory within the unit itself.
Okay. Is this going to give me a printout as soon as this device? Is this one's empty or that one's empty? So am I going to get all day long notifications? You need this, you need that, you need that, or you need this?
No. We've learned early on people don't want notifications of things going on in their lives. Yeah.
So I physically have to go in and ascertain the data?
So what would happen is when you're ready to go shopping,
That will make a list?
That's right. It will make a shopping list for you. Here, I'm going to show the shopping list if you don't mind.
It's just all Nutella.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No.
In my case, it is. Maybe in your case, it's something really different. But so this is my shopping list. These are items that I'm running low on. And this is the shopping list that came in from the items that were here.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. So if I had 3 or 4 of these, would that all be managed under one app?
Yes, all of it is managed under one app, including this is actually I have quite a few more than 4. There, as you can see, there are about 8 or 9 in there. Yeah.
Now,
and these, by the way, are all over the world. So one of them could be your home, the other one could be your work, the third
that's
one
interesting.
could be your elderly parent, and you can keep track of all of this.
That's a handy app to have.
I think so. Yeah.
That's very handy.
Yeah.
That's very handy. Now, I had a question that just blew out of my mind.
Yeah.
It happens. What else can you tell me about this that I don't know that I need to know?
Well, you've really asked a lot of really good questions, especially about Wi-Fi and about power. And if the Wi-Fi goes out.
Am I the best interview you've had so far?
So far, the best interview, in fact. That's right. All you got to do is take.
How many interviews have you had?
I have had
Probably
none.
the first one.
No.
None. Okay.
Not true, folks.
No, I'm just kidding.
We're making it a little lighter than usual.
Yeah.
But
it's a very, very interesting product. Oh, I know what the question was. Are you going to have the ability to, let's just say, I don't know, every 2 weeks you go shopping-ish, or even whatever the frequency is, once a week,
yes,
that this would actually reorder for you?
You can actually set it to be automatic. That's coming up with the next section.
No way.
Yeah. Right now we call it the complete, well, the slogan is we are your...
See, now that is even cooler, if you will.
That's right. So it's going to be your automated shopping concierge rather than your complete shopping concierge.
Now that to me is like, wow.
Because remember, you determine where you want to buy each item. You don't have to buy all the items at one place, correct? So when you're ready to shop, you click one button and basically the sellers are notified and they can deliver to you.
That is pretty cool.
That's right.
That is pretty cool.
I'd like to talk about one more angle, which I think
we have about 1 minute, but go ahead.
1 minute. So one more angle, which I think is extremely important. Now, we've talked about the end user and how the end user can benefit, but also the food supplier can benefit, because once we've realized that let's say Quaker Oats, I have this in mind. I'm not trying to plug Quaker Oats. I don't own any stock in this company, but let's say, for example, Quaker Oats would love to ship 10,000 cans of this to your zip code, okay? Well, they're not really sure if they need 10,000. Maybe they'll need 5,000. Maybe they need 15,000. But when they have access to the data without knowing who you are, where you live, or anything about you whatsoever, they will know in your zip code they're going to need 11,560 Quaker Oat boxes in the next week. How much more accurate is that?
Oh, for sure.
In my opinion, the supply chain operation, the food supply chain, now it's transformed into a demand chain operation.
You could be onto something pretty big with this.
Thanks, my man. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the Gadget Professor show, and I enjoyed seeing you and hearing about your PantryOn. If they want more information about this, it's just coming out. It's PantryOn.com. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. Great. Thank you so much for coming on the show, and I wish you the best of luck, and we'll see you around the store.
Very well. Thank you for a great interview.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.